Alright guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
What's up? My dude.
Questioning my steam.
Well, you're the one who put up the guard to protect me from your germs.
Well, I just really was thinking the other day, nostalgically, reflecting back on our times during COVID and remembering when we had the jail cell, the visitation shows.
You're like, I like feeling like the law is between us as well as plastic.
Right. We're a little safer this way. I feel like, if things go sideways and David jumps across the table at me, I got one more barrier to protect myself.
Any precaution you can take is a good one.
I have a little head cold, so if I sound stuffed up, that's why.
Okay.
But nothing could keep me from coming back. We missed last week,
right?
Because I was busy running around celebrating my birthday, which I'll tell you all about when we get to the end of the show. What we do? What's funny about the end of the show now? What do we have? Sound effects or something?
Dramatic flair.
Dramatic flair, right? That's what it is. I can't wait.
Yeah.
But no, I feel completely fine. It's not COVID, and I feel completely fine. I'm just stuffed up.
Yeah, I got you.
Just one of those things.
I got you.
So it's just like the good old visitation shows.
The classics.
The classics.
I mean, we could go back to you in the office and me in my apartment.
The Zoom calls, like, I'm proud that we never let up during COVID.
Yeah.
I haven't gone back and listened to those Zoom calls. Like, it was cool that we got it done, but...
I think they did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just, like...
Memories.
It's not the same.
It's going to be on my hit album.
It's not the same over Zoom. So, anyway, David, walk us through the news,
oh my goodness,
the latest and greatest.
So excited to tell you.
Please.
Do you know who's, for me, is like...
Jason Bateman.
Yes.
Sorry.
I guess I could just stop talking now. He is super hit or miss. And I don't mean like... his movies are all right. Sometimes they're great. I either am insanely in love with his movies or I forget that he even made them.
And you're like embarrassed that he made that one.
Yeah, you're like, I don't understand how he did this movie, which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
And this movie that I've seen and forgotten about.
Right. And wish you could forget even more.
Right. And that's Baz Luhrmann.
Baz Luhrmann. Where does The Great Gatsby fall on your scale?
Great Gatsby would be middle range because I do enjoy it, but I never think of it. I know I said I never had. Okay,
the whole setup was either love it or hate it. Okay. And then what do you think about The Great Gatsby? Oh, yeah, I'm
going to say hate it. Because if it's that, then it's hate it because I forget about it. Yeah. But Moulin Rouge.
Oh, I love Moulin Rouge.
Romeo and Juliet.
I didn't care for Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, man, I was a big Shakespeare head at that.
Yeah.
Like some people went through a punk phase.
Yeah.
I also did that, but like I was Shakespeare punk.
Right.
And I was reading Shakespeare and
oh my God,
all about it.
Then Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet must have been like
it was peak.
Oh my God.
It was peak.
Yeah.
It had it all.
Wow. And that came out right in the middle of your Shakespeare phase?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I never had a Shakespeare phase.
That's weird.
I know. It sounds odd, but I never went through something like that.
You know what it is? It's the reading.
I was just going to say, it seems like a lot of reading.
I think, didn't you have a picture book phase?
I did.
Yeah.
From like age like 1 to like 6 or 7. I was cool with reading. Mm-hmm. Actually, the truth is, as an adult, I did go through a reading phase. Oh, no. Yeah, after college, like at the end of college, I got excited about.
And you were like, I'm going to get it all in right now.
At the end of college, I got excited about learning, and I like took it really serious. And I was pals with other psych majors, and we got really into it, and we all got A's, and we all studied together, and we were really into it. And that momentum kind of carried through, and I used to read a lot. So like I went through this like young adult phase where I didn't read anything, and then I read everything, and the newspaper and books, and American history was my favorite topic. But now I'm just like, oh God.
So you're saying when you stop surrounding yourself with intelligent people,
Yes.
you stop feeling like you need to be intelligent.
Right, exactly.
I say to the man who's married to one of the smartest women I've ever met.
Right. Exactly. Well, I think she reads enough for the both of us.
Yeah, I guess that's probably.
I don't want our house to get overly smart.
Yeah, it's a service.
Right. I'm just looking out for you.
Keep it balanced.
Yeah. I thought you were going to make a joke about that's why we hang out.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, I mean, obviously.
But I think you and Amy are the two most voracious readers
Oh, really?
that I know. Yeah.
Wow.
You're a big reader, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to read.
I admire that about you. It always reminds me of George Costanza. Do you remember his line about reading?
I love reminding people of George Costanza. That's a goal.
This doesn't remind me of you.
Okay.
But on this topic,
Oh, okay.
Costanza goes.
callback.
Costanza goes. I always wanted to be an avid reader.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I feel. Like, I admire readers.
Mm-hmm.
My dad reads a lot. My mom reads a lot. I admire them. You, Amy, other smart people who I respect and love.
You're like, if all these people are reading,
why do I need
shouldn't
to?
have
Right. They should just be telling me, like, hey, listen, here's the deal.
Good idea. Well, anyway,
All right. So
Baz
anyway,
Luhrmann,
you were saying about Baz Luhrmann.
he's setting up to tackle Jeanne d'Arc.
Jeanne d'Arc. That's French for Joan of Arc.
Yeah. That's
Our
gonna be his next
bilingual
movie.
show.
Knowing him, you never know what it's going to be like. I'm sure bright and
Wild.
and crazy. I mean, I'm looking forward to it just because the last Joan of Arc, which was what, Ridley Scott, or was it James Cameron? Ridley Scott?
I don't know the order, but yeah.
It wasn't. Wasn't really like enthused by it.
Did Baz Luhrmann do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Margot Robbie?
No, I don't think so. He's much crazier.
Who did that movie with Margot Robbie that was insane? And I absolutely loved it. And then it came to the theaters and it flopped.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 hours long. But I went to the trade screening and I was like, oh, this movie is incredible. People are going to love it. And then they didn't.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, that's the wrong movie. I gave you the wrong title.
Yeah. All right. Well, you do the next one. I'll look up Margot Robbie and figure it out.
All right. Baz Luhrmann made a movie, and 28 years later is another movie. I forget. Are we 28 Day fans?
It was Babylon.
Babylon.
It was Damien Chazelle.
Chazelle, right? You could get the two of them mixed up.
I mean, yeah. It's easy. They're both names.
That could have been. No, I'm being serious. That could have been a Baz Luhrmann movie.
Yeah.
For sure. Like,
Yeah.
it's a very similar style.
Yeah.
All right. So apologies to Damien, and cheers to Baz Luhrmann, who we hope Joan of Arc lands in David's good pile.
Yeah, I hope so.
Any thought on when that comes out?
I didn't see when it was. I mean, just that I think they were just saying that he's going to do it. Yeah.
28 years later. We discussed this a few weeks ago.
This aspect of it?
No. We just discussed this topic, and there's a little part of me that wants to say you're a fan, even though this is not your type of movie.
I really like the first one.
And then it was 28 days, right?
Yeah.
And then it was 28 days later.
28 weeks. 28 days later, 28 weeks later.
Okay.
And this is
28 years later. So 28 years later is a movie coming out. Mm-hmm. I don't believe there's a ton of interest in it, but it'll do some business.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll do some business. But we're about to report some hard-hitting journalism that I think, I don't know if this is cool or depressing, but 28 years later was shot entirely with Apple iPhone 15 smartphones.
Yeah, that's like, how do we feel about? Remember when like you got not Michael B.
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Yeah, there we go. We got him.
We got him. We got there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
right?
We got him.
We got him.
Well, we got him, and he's all like, 75 millimeter, like, you got to do film.
Right.
And everyone's moving to digital. Now you have these people that are we going to have iPhone enthusiasts that are like, now I know, like, okay, I consume a disgusting amount of YouTube.
You and me both.
Yeah. And a lot of that is filmed
Sure.
on iPhones, and
Absolutely.
it looks amazing.
Of course it does.
Is it theater quality stuff?
Here's the analogy. You go out to a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
And you eat a dish that's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And your friend's like, you're telling your friend, oh my God, by the way, I had dinner at Zootropolis last night.
Yeah, the porcelain, delicious.
Oh my God, so good.
I ate the dish.
Right. Okay.
When he derails with the bad joke. Hey, Penn's brain literally stopped working. Like the cogs, like it was like I threw gum directly into the cogs, and they were like.
First of all, that's true. That's exactly what happened. And second of all, I have this cough, so that I can't properly laugh. I have to like push myself away from the table and like inhale and exhale quickly. Oh my God, I love it. Yes, they ate. I get it. The porcelain because the dish.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because I said like how your friends the dish was delicious.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm gonna try that
that one.
over. Yeah.
As you were saying.
Yes. The analogy is you go to a fancy restaurant
Yeah.
and you order something to eat that they serve on top of a dish.
Okay. All right.
And the food, which is on top of the dish, you're telling your friend how delicious the food was. You didn't eat the dish.
Okay.
Right, no, but
Thanks for clarifying.
Right, just
You could easily get confused.
Right. Well, I know, some of our listeners need us to spell it out.
Some.
Right. I'm not saying all,
A majority.
Anyway, you're telling your friend how delicious this food was that you ate off the dish with your silverware, not with your hands, because it's a nice restaurant. We're not animals.
No.
Jesus Lord, come on.
I mean, technically classified, yeah, but
no, but only in the most literal sense.
Right.
And you're telling your friend how much you enjoyed this food, and then your friend says, oh, did you know they cooked it all in a microwave?
Right.
Like, would that take away from you enjoying the food? Probably. I'd be like, wait, I paid $30 for this entree that they made in a freaking microwave?
It's a frozen meal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you ate it and it was absolutely delicious and you didn't know anything about how they prepared it and you said, my God, that was delicious. I loved that dinner I had last night.
Right.
And then you found out it was frozen and they heated it up in a microwave. Would that change would you go back to that restaurant?
Well, here's what would happen. Real life scenario.
Oh, bringing it. Can you can you get some old '70s disco music to like bring it down?
I mean, we can. No.
Okay.
I thought maybe, but no.
I was looking for like your best Barry White, bringing it down.
No.
All right, David, get real.
I'm gonna get real with you.
Make it real for a minute.
Yeah. This is the situation. I would be like, this is way too expensive for what it is. And you can substitute this meal for ribs. This is way too expensive for what it is. And I don't need to order it. And then when nobody's around, I'd be like, well, I could just do pickup.
Right.
And then, nobody's going to know that I got the meal. It is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so I feel like if
I would outcry and then also be consuming.
Right, exactly. So I think that's how I feel about this news that 28 years later was shot entirely on iPhones. That makes me feel like I am predisposed to have a problem with this movie. I don't know why. Would I feel better if they put the iPhone, like mounted it on a box, it looked like a camera, and made it look like they were filming with, I don't know.
I think this would have more. Well, first off, if it comes out they were sponsored by Apple, because it's still a $75 million movie. It's not like it's a low-budget film. They're still pumping money, and they're just decided to use these cameras.
I mean, I'm picturing these guys running around the set with a GoPro stick.
Yeah. So it to me, it'll depend on if it's shaky, if it's supposed to be found footage. because then I'm going to be upset. I'm like, you could have done this. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
All right,
Anyway,
well-
moving on to something that you're more excited
Oh
about.
yeah, way more excited. One of the only movies I ever walked out on in my own theater.
The last one?
No.
Oh, yeah, G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in Penn Cinema.
Wow.
Yep.
What's that say about the theater?
Not much. Doesn't say anything good. I was standing out by the front giving people their money back.
You were like, they'll show this junk here?
Right.
Transformers, the producer of Transformers, confirms the live-action movie Transformers and G.I. Joe will be 50% Transformers and G.I. Joe. It won't be Transformers with a smidgen of G.I.
with a cameo.
Joe, or a little bit of
Right.
G.I. Joe with Optimus Prime at the end.
Right.
Yeah, so it's going to be 50-50.
David, you are the resident Transformers guy.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
Weirdly, I mean, only by default.
Default,
You know,
yeah.
because I'm not qualified.
There's no one else in the room.
Right, because it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
I do stand by our decision to give our team the day off today.
Yeah, that was nice of us.
Normally we have a full crowd in here, and Scott's managing everything,
Right.
and, running show notes.
But
And,
with the way you are, we'd have to have you in the bubble room.
right.
And that's just a pain to set
I don't
up.
think they cleaned up the bubble room since last
They
time.
definitely.
Yeah.
I remember puking, and it just...
it was all over the place.
Because I was on a spinny chair, and I just went in circles.
We got to get rid of those spinny chairs.
We got to get rid of
I mean, we've
spinny
said it a million times.
But, boy, are they fun.
They sure are fun.
So Transformers and G.I. Joe 50-50. I think that's good news. Now, that's only because... Remember when the last Transformers, Beast War, whatever,
Yeah.
Beast Machine,
Yeah.
whatever it was called, and I was like, I remember how that movie tricked me.
Ooh.
Because it was a snore fest, not snoz. They weren't kissing.
Yeah.
It was a snore fest. Isn't that the British term, snozing?
It could be.
Yeah.
Shagging.
I'm world.
Yeah.
They weren't.
You're worldly.
Yeah, worldly.
You spoke French earlier in the show.
You would
Yeah.
be surprised.
Oui. I have friends over in France right now as we speak.
Whoa.
Yeah. Shout out to Yoder Performance, competing, killing it at the World Champs.
Wow.
And special shout out to our friend Rachel, who unfortunately had a bike crash.
Oh.
Broke her collarbone.
What?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah. During the race, it was terrible.
Jeez.
Heart goes out to her.
Yeah, that's.
But the whole team's still out there racing as we speak. Literally, while we're recording, they are on the beaches of Nice, France, killing it, racing. God bless them.
And to think they made it that far after you left the team.
I know. I'm not saying there's a direct correlation, but ever since I left,
They're world
I'm
travelers.
just saying, coincidence? You decide.
What was I saying?
You were
the end of
French.
the end of the last Transformers movie.
Yeah.
The movie was whatever.
It was a snore fest, you said. You said it was a snore fest.
And then at the very end, they're like, oh, by the way, wouldn't it be cool if you joined the G.I. Joes? And I remember being like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And thinking, oh, that movie was so great. And then I went, well, no. 5 minutes of the movie blew
At
my
the end,
mind.
at the end.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward
All
to
right, so you're hyped.
as hyped as I can be for what's going to be a bad movie.
Why? David, they have so much money.
Yeah.
They have so many resources available to them. Why is it so hard for them to get Transformers right?
Michaelis Bay.
Is that the whole thing?
I think we have an issue. It's similar to the Snyder effect,
Okay.
where he made, he made one movie and then it was good, and then they were like, well, we are stuck with this aesthetic for all the movies from here on out, like they did with DC. And I think Michael Bay, he had a good 1.5 movies, and they're like, well, this is Transformers.
I would contend that there's nothing wrong with the look, with the aesthetic. I would contend the aesthetic is the only cool thing left.
But he set a precedent for a story type, because the first movie, I think, still stands as an excellent, amazing movie.
Yes, I agree.
The second movie, which he had more control, is not that's where it clearly goes downhill.
I think they've been a little bit affected by at least the early ones, like Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox both kind of imploded their own careers right as Transformers was finding its legs.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if Robert Downey Jr. did Iron Man and then started sort of being, going crazy.
Yeah,
It would have been something that Marvel had to get over. You know? I don't know. I'm disappointed, but I still don't understand why you can't use the aesthetic, use the look, use the characters, and write a good story. You got literally the most talented people in the world available to you.
Right. I don't know.
All right. Well, one last piece of news here, and then we can move on to our trailers. The Red Rose International Film Festival.
It's coming.
It's coming. November 8th and 9th. Opening day is Friday, November 8th at our friends at Zootropolis. And then brace yourself. You'll never guess where it is on Saturday, November 9th.
No, don't even.
Give you 2 chances.
Okay. The swimming pool.
Right. Yeah, you got it. I never thought you would have gotten that. But I think it's going to work really well because we're going to set up the projector in the shallow end to project onto the deep end wall. We'll have the pool drained, of course.
Right.
I mean...
But what if it wasn't?
But what if you think we should do like Jaws, like put people on floaties?
Give everyone snorkels.
And put the movie on the floor.
On the floor.
On the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they can look down.
Yes. That's never been done.
The real Caribbean experience.
I guarantee you somebody has shown a movie inside an empty pool. I guarantee you somewhere,
for sure.
somewhere in the world somebody has done that.
Yeah.
And we already know that tons of people show movies like they set up like a screen on the pool deck and you sit in floaties and watch Jaws, and that's fun. But we could be the very first one to show it on the floor of the pool.
Exactly.
Oh, snap.
Imagine how cool that would be to barely hear the movie with the water in your ears.
Right?
And having to stay looking down at all times.
And those goggles pulling on your face for 2 hours. That'd be awesome.
What a dream.
Yes, what a dream. Nice thing is you wouldn't have to leave the movie to go potty.
That is true, too. It just gets better and better.
It gets better and better.
Make it a kid's movie.
Yeah, right. All right, so the second day, Saturday, November 9th, is at Penn Cinema. No. It's the first time that we have hosted the legit deal.
Whoa.
So
which day are we? We're going live on Saturday.
We're going live on Saturday. We're going to do it here at
Penn Cinema.
At noon.
At noon.
At high noon, because that's when we go.
That is always.
Ryan was like, when do you guys want to do the show? And I was like, well, we're kind of locked in.
High noon.
Yeah. So we're going to do it in one of the auditoriums.
No way.
Yep. I haven't decided which one yet, but I bet you it's going to be Theater 1.
Probably the IMAX.
Probably the IMAX to account for the crowds.
Right.
And so it'll be super fun because I think in years past, some of our live events, as much fun as they've been, the seating situation hasn't always been ideal.
Right.
Complete in box is awesome, but their seat count is like somewhere between 0 and 0.
Yeah.
I think Shady Lady found a folding chair, so maybe 0 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It was almost negative at one point.
Right.
Remember the one time you forgot a chair?
Yes. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And I had to sit on a stool or something. It was super awkward.
Yeah, no, I think the Abacus went and got a chair.
Yeah,
got
he's just the best.
What a guy.
Anyway, so Saturday, November 9th, the Penn Cinema Podcast at high noon. You could come at 10 a.m. and watch the first block of short films. Ooh. And then high noon, and there's panels all afternoon starting at noon with different, sort of experts in the movie business relating to casting, SAG-AFTRA, film in Pennsylvania. And then at 4 o'clock, me and our friend from Zootropolis, Chayla, are on the panel for exhibition. Nice. So we're going to be telling stories about what it's like working with studios and how we navigate that process. She, of course, represents a single screen art house. I don't like to put labels on it, but that's kind of how people think of Zootropolis. And then I represent the multiplex view. But it's interesting because we both deal with the same studios. And we both, in many cases, we deal with the same individual person. So we have fun gossiping about that. And then, you can get a ticket and come to the closing night party, the awards ceremony, Saturday night at IMAX.
Oh.
So, that's going to be a big time. So I cannot even tell you how excited I am for this year's film festival, which I think really kicks it up a notch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So November 8th and then November 9th at Penn Cinema, and be there or be square.
Nice. Well, that's all the news fit to print. Whoa. You're scoping out the future with that.
Yeah, it's like the telescope.
Whoa.
I went the telescope move.
That was a new one.
You know what I was trying for, but it didn't work. And in the millisecond that I was going for it, I couldn't recover. I was going for the film, the film thing.
I thought you were going for a bazooka. Then you were like,
No, I was going for
yeah, okay.
because I had filmmakers on my mind. So I'm not going to say this news because I don't think it's my place to make it public.
Yeah.
But let's just say there's a local filmmaker who recently signed a huge deal
Whoa.
with a major studio.
Really?
And I am just so happy for them. And when they announce it public, we'll talk about it on the show.
That's awesome. Are you ready to get into trailers?
Am I?
Look, we got trailers.
We have trailers all over the place.
We do. Let's go ahead and start with the one that I haven't seen.
This might be the most diverse group of trailers we've ever presented, meaning some of the trailers are so good. Like, they're just so good.
Yeah.
And then some of the trailers are so bad. But then also there's some trailers that are like just right down the middle.
Right.
One of the better trailers, which I snuck in here on the end, is called Lee. And it opens this week at Penn Cinema. It stars Kate Winslet and a bunch of other people. And it's a true story about an incredible woman named Lee Miller who was in World War II as a photographer. And she was groundbreaking not only as a woman, but just as a photographer and, trying to tell a true story, trying to bring the truth to light, but also, talking about the experience of, the many men and women over in Germany who witnessed the atrocities and trying to tell their story. It looks incredibly powerful. It's not going to do any business. I booked it because it's one of those occasions where I was like, this movie looks so damn good. Like, I want it in my theater.
Yeah.
So the movie's called Lee, and it opens on Friday, September 27th at Penn Cinema. Go check out the trailer, because even just watching the trailer, I was like, damn, this, like, even if I hadn't sort of already heard about her story, I was like, this is an amazing movie. And of course, we all know how amazing Kate Winslet is. And there's some other co-stars who I'm forgetting that are also amazing. So, Lee.
I'll have to check it out. I didn't get a chance to see it. So, next up, we have a movie called Bad Genius, which feels like it's been done before.
Right.
But at the same time, I felt like this was a well put together movie.
Yes.
Like, I don't necessarily think that I want to see it, but I can acknowledge that the trailer is decent and that it may have an audience.
It's a good, solid trailer. It reminded me of that movie 21.
Okay.
Where they're counting cards at MIT.
Yeah.
They go to Las Vegas with...
It's the exact same...
It's the same type of deal.
The premise here is there's an Asian American girl who goes to college, gets a free ride, but she starts to make rich friends at this rich college, and they're not academically on the same page as her, and so she starts a cheating ring, cheat club, to both help people who start out as her friends. I don't know if they're faking or not, but to help her friends and then make money.
I think it's a prep school. I think it's a high school.
Oh, it's a high school,
and they're trying to raise money for her to go to college. Well, she's trying to make money to go to college.
Okay, I thought she went to Juilliard.
I could be wrong.
I don't know, but whatever she is, she's doing a cheat.
It looks all right. It's called Bad Genius. It looks all right.
Yeah, that's the thing. But it looks like it doesn't look like a cheap movie,
right? And
that's what I'm trying to. I don't want to say just because I don't necessarily want to see it. It still looks like there's going to be a demographic that likes it. I don't. It was probably like a good. Did they say when it comes out?
No. Maybe they're still trying to decide if they're going to bother
would be
with
like an easy teen movie.
Yeah.
All right, Small Things Like These.
Oof.
Starring Cillian Murphy. Produced by Matt Damon and
Ben Affleck and Cillian and some other guy.
Yeah.
That was the same credit that caught my attention.
Yeah. This movie looks intense. I have something I want to say about this versus another one on here.
Go for it.
But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves.
No, get ahead of ourselves. Tie them together.
I feel like there's a movie out here that you're excited for
Okay.
that I don't see why.
Which one?
Magpie,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like, because I watched Magpie and felt like this wants to be dramatic and interesting, and it just isn't. But then I watched this trailer, and I'm like, this is way more dramatic and interesting than Magpie is.
Right.
So that's, yeah. Like they're the same type of, well,
No.
'cause Magpie is a thriller.
Magpie is a thriller. Small Things Like These is a full-on capital D drama.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks intense. It looks very emotional. I'm not sure I have the fortitude to watch it. Comes out November 8th, so do with that what you may.
It's about a guy seeing people abused by the Catholic
By
Church.
the church, right.
And should he do things about it and should he not?
Right. I think it's going to be a whole story, an allegory about it's not the words of our enemies, it's the silence of our friends type
Right.
of situation.
Yeah.
So I think the movie looks amazing. It's not really my cup of tea, but it's obviously a really well done and heavy movie. And Emily Watson stars with Cillian Murphy, as David already said. I think it's going to look great. We're going to show this movie in Theater 1. The old folks are going to come out for it and love it.
Right.
So let's you brought it up. Let's transition to Magpie.
Magpie.
I am excited for it now that I've seen the trailer, but when I sent you the trailer and asked you for it, I was genuinely wanting it on the show because I wanted to know what your opinion was.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm debating whether or not to book it.
Okay. I thought it looked really blah.
I kind of agree with you, and I 100% agree with your statement that it tried to be something and interesting, you know.
Yeah, but it just didn't catch me.
Right.
Like-
What I will say is I probably am going to book it because it comes out on a quiet time,
Yeah.
and Daisy Ridley's just too damn perfect.
There's worst thing.
Like, she's such a good actress,
Yeah.
and I love the idea of seeing her be the bad guy.
The premise of this movie is parents of a child actor. We're talking baby child actor. The actor gets cast in a movie, and the dad is there with the baby, and may start an affair with the lead actress of the movie while Daisy Ridley's at home. And then Daisy Ridley may go crazy or may do things to the child or may just be hallucinating the whole affair. It just felt like it was trying to do a lot of things, and none of them were really working for me.
I continue yet again to sit in awe of your ability to pull plots from trailers. Because I would have said, oh, it's like this woman and there's this guy, and one of them is the wife and one of them is the mistress, but we don't know which one, and somehow there's a baby involved. Where do you get that there was a child, the baby is a child actor?
I read the synopsis under the trailer.
Oh, that's your trick. It's that reading again.
Yeah.
Gets you every time.
Yeah.
Details.
But in the trailer, they do talk about how the baby's an actress and they're putting it on set, and then the lady's like, I choose bad company or bad men.
I don't know. Right, I did catch that. I don't know if I'm gonna book this movie or not.
Yeah.
But I stand by my comment that Daisy Ridley is such a compelling actress. Like, I would watch it. If we book this movie, I'm going to watch it just to see her performance.
I would watch this movie if it's what we review that week.
My follow-up question,
Yeah.
which can be rhetorical if you want, I would ask our listeners, what's Daisy Ridley doing? Like, you know, when are we going to see her come back? Oh, she starred in that swimming movie we loved.
Right. And she apparently wrote this.
Did she
or
write it?
Had a hand in writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Next up, we have easily the most interesting trailer of the week. Not my trailer of the week, but easily the most interesting, called Crazy House.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's definitely interesting. I'm wondering, I kept waiting for them to say streaming
Right.
on this.
Right.
Because they kept toting about how bloody it was and everything. It looks crazy. The name crazy. So I don't know if it's the people are delusional and think they're in a wacky sitcom, or if they actually live in that reality and then break down into insanity and start killing the people that won't leave their house.
This is a really intriguing premise, a really intriguing trailer, and what I will say that is sort of a knock on the movie is that one of the most interesting parts of this trailer was the constant promotion of film critic comments. The comments from film critics were, in some cases, hilarious. Like how the film critics were describing the movie, and I wish I'd written some of them down, but they were like, South Park, right, meets a documentary on, the Cosby Show, written by metal teenage punks,
And it stars the guy, is it Nate or Nathan, or I can't remember his name. He usually is paired up with Simon Pegg.
Right.
In all the big Simon Pegg movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
He is real hit or miss for me. Like when he's paired up with someone, he can be amazing. But I've seen some stuff with him and I've just been like, wow, this is boring.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have up probably Penn's favorite, Dogman. I'm kidding.
This is my trailer of the week.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I love the animation style on it.
Yeah.
But I will say that this rarely happens, that after the trailer started playing, I did tab out and start looking at other things.
You missed it. You absolutely missed it. You got to go back and rewatch his trailer. It is so funny. It's so subtle.
Yeah?
Did you see the scene where the police chief was giving him the orders and then crumpled up the paper and threw it in the waste can?
Yeah.
And he brought it back and said, stop it. Brought it back. Stop it. Brought it back. It's just so good.
I did see that.
And it stars Pete Davidson.
Okay.
I don't know if Pete plays the dog or the chief or what Pete Davidson plays.
I did like the voice acting that I listened to.
Voice acting was great. And then the chief was like psyching up the dog man cop, and the chief was like, we're going to need all your canine fortitude and whatnot. Like, it's just so well written, so subtle.
Maybe I'll watch it again.
Oh my gosh. This is my trailer of the week. The movie's called Dogman. It's a full-on animated movie. I think it's intended for kids, but it's probably going to cross over well with adults. And I think so. Settle down. And the premise is... The premise is there's this dog, police dog, and his police officer mate are in a horrible wreck. And apparently the dog's body is all bandaged up, as you would do in cartoons. And the police officer's head is all bandaged up like you would do in cartoons. And the doctor in the animation hospital says to the nurse in the animation hospital, what if we put the dog's head on the police officer's body? And the nurse is like, that's a great idea. And then, they flip the switch and Frankenstein lightning happens. And the next thing you know, you got Dogman, the super cop. And guess who the bad guy is?
Catman.
A cat. My God, what could be better? Like the dog. And they're trying to get the dog to watch the security monitors, but they're training him because like when somebody hits a squeaky toy and he like...
I do like the fake claymation look that it has.
It has a great look. It's obviously well written. I can't wait. This is my trailer of the week, David. I stand by it.
I just don't understand how this could be your trailer of the week when my trailer of the week exists.
Well, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
There's only 3 movies left.
Yeah.
I guess I know which one is your trailer of the week, because if I'm wrong, then I quit this show because I obviously don't know anything about you. Is your trailer of the week Absolution?
No.
Is your trailer of the week Heretic 2? No. Your trailer, Heretic 1.
No,
Your trailer of the week is Mickey 17, right?
Yeah.
A trailer that we watched a year ago.
I've never seen this trailer before.
Well, we didn't see the trailer, but we talked about this movie.
We may have talked about it being an idea.
Abacus, back me up. Mickey 17, we talked about it.
But the trailer just dropped and it looks amazing.
The trailer does look amazing. If I had to pick a movie from this list that I most wanted to see,
okay,
I would say
okay.
I would say Mickey 17.
I thought the trailer was great. It just it made it look fun. It made it look wacky. it didn't go where, because I didn't know what the story was at first, and I thought the idea is really cool. So the premise of Mickey 17 is that society has reached a point where they can print you a new body.
Thank God.
I don't understand if it has all your memories up to you died or just from when they scanned you. It's not entirely clear. But the idea is we've reached a point in society where it's like you can either follow protocol or just see if people can do things, dangerous things, without die, until you find, trial and error. And so you can sign up to be an expendable person who just does these things where people might die. And if you die, they just print you a new body, and the next day you go out and die again.
If we die, we die.
And the idea is that they burn the old body, and Mickey 17 is apparently, they're not burning all the bodies. Some of them are getting out. They're not.
Every time you die, you come back. So the first Mickey dies, and then he comes back, and now he's Mickey 2.
Yeah.
And then Mickey 2 eventually dies on some mission, and he comes back, he's Mickey 3.
Right.
So now the storyline takes you all the way up to Mickey 17, and there's some question because when he flops in bed and wakes up, there's another Mickey in bed with him.
Right.
There's 2 Robert Pattinsons.
Right. There's lots of Robert Pattinsons.
Yeah.
So there's, the trailer leads you to believe there's like 5 of them.
And it's from the guy who wrote and brought us Parasite.
Right. Which is what gets me super
Yes.
excited.
I am excited for this movie.
Yeah.
And it comes out in January, which I think I've said this before and I say it again because this movie fits the bill of I'm not sure this would be a big Christmas hit.
No.
I'm not sure it's a little too quirky for that. Although I don't know, Parasite was so successful, maybe it would be, but I think January is a great slot for this movie.
January is a great slot for an off-the-beat sci-fi movie. Wacky sci-fi movie. Yeah.
Yeah, this I don't blame you for making this trailer of the week. I was just so pleasantly surprised by Dogman.
You know what didn't pleasantly surprise me?
Heretic?
Heretic 2.
You know when I knew this trailer was bad?
When you saw it had a 2 next to it?
Yeah, and then I was watching it and I was like, ugh. And then the review came on that said, this movie is sure to have everyone talking. What the hell is that? That's like something out of the 1950s when they show like a woman who's working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like wearing pants.
No.
Like in the 1950s, like some like crazy, like we are in 2024. Like there is nothing you can put on screen that is going to have everyone talking. Like that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nobody is shocked. Nobody is impressed. Nobody cares.
I saw the A24 and I thought, why? I know. They do some amazing work, but then they still do put out these horror movies
I wouldn't want to quantify it,
that feel like cash grabs.
but I feel like A24 has made more and more cash grabs. And they better be careful because eventually they're going to start diluting their brand and they're going to be Lionsgate.
Exactly. That happened to Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Last one we have here is Liam Neeson is back.
This is, you said cash grab, and for this movie, which is called Absolution, this is what we refer to in the business as a paycheck movie. Liam Neeson goes and stars as Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
And
doing what he does in every Liam Neeson movie.
And he gets a paycheck, and then we have another movie that a year from now we won't remember.
Right. Liam Neeson is a ex-con grandfather who's trying to connect with his grandson, but also can't get out of doing bad stuff.
Right.
But then he starts to get a heart for a lady who was being sex trafficked, I'm assumed, and then he tries to save her.
Yeah.
So, this looks very run-of-the-mill Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
So,
All right, ending on a low note, but a high note this week, Mickey 17 looks amazing. Definitely recommend go watch your trailer. Crazy House, Magpie, both look great. Small things like these, if you're into it, that's going to be great. And then my trailer of the week, Dogman. I'd love to hear what Frodo thinks of Dogman.
I bet she's down.
I bet she's 10 toes down.
10 toes in.
In. No.
10 toes in.
10 toes in? I thought it was 10 toes down.
Maybe I got it wrong.
I don't know. We're too old.
Yeah, we're definitely too old.
I keep picking up these like cool expressions from the hip kids and then like butchering them.
It's bussin'.
Yeah.
All right, that's the trailers.
How you cutting? Now wait for it to stop, and then I still missed it. Closer.
You were close.
Closer.
You were so close. Ready to do our movie review this week?
I am. I'm born ready. Are you kidding me? I've never been more ready.
We watched a movie called Transformers 1. By we,
Right.
I mean me. Watched the movie
What's that?
Transformers 1. By we,
Right. Which
I
would be
mean
plural,
me.
which is singular.
Right.
What makes you say I didn't watch? How do you?
By the look on your face, I instantly knew this was a movie Pendulum Ketchum had not seen.
I cannot. I will never play poker with you. David, I can't even. I can't. I don't know what to say. I did not watch this movie.
I was going to see it, and I thought, I know he's busy. He was busy, and I just can't see him putting himself out there extra time to see this movie. Because I had me, the resident Transformers
Right, expert
in the room.
by default, but still.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Right.
an expert's an expert.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. And I had to push myself to see it.
Well, I can't. I really appreciate you giving me the out by saying how busy I am.
Yeah.
And I am very busy,
Right.
but I can't claim that.
You just didn't want to see it.
Here's what happened.
What?
Here's what happened.
Yeah.
I had plenty of time on Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I came in to watch Transformers 1 because that's what we're reviewing on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I set it up and I thought, I don't really. And you know what happened?
What?
I started thinking about The Substance and what a more interesting movie The Substance looked like to me. And I quick switched and I went down to Theater 8 and I watched The Substance instead of watching Transformers 1.
I should have said something.
You should have.
Because after last weekend, and I'm like, Transformers 1, what else is... And I saw Substance was on there, and I was like, man, I wish I would have realized, because that would have been a way better movie to go see. And I was like, well, lots of seas traveling and stuff, we'll just stick with what we got. Yeah, because I don't know if I like, that would have been, like...
You would have done the same thing if you were in my shoes, is what
I
you're saying.
almost did it.
You almost did it.
I
Yeah.
almost was like, maybe
Yeah.
I'll just see The Substance instead.
Well, I'm glad I did because nobody in my life has asked me what Transformers 1 is.
Okay.
But many people have asked me, what's the deal with that movie, The Substance? So I'm really glad that I saw it so I could respond.
All right, well, let's talk about that, but let me...
No, we'll talk about The Substance when we get to the end of the show and we do what are you doing, what are you watching,
Okay.
what are you reading. So, David, give us a full review of this new movie called Transformers 1, which is an animated version of Transformers. It was sold as the origin story of Bumblebee and the main characters.
Yeah.
How was it?
More origin story. Yeah, Bumblebee's there, but more Optimus Prime and
Right.
Megatron's. Right. You know what's crazy? You know what fully convinced me to see this? Goonies Jason gave this movie a 10 out of 10. Told me it was now his movie of the year.
Wow. It's funny because, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he said it was the best movie he'd seen this year.
Wow. And Goonies Jason does not hold back. When he doesn't like a movie, he'll tell you.
Right. And I was so taken aghast.
Le gasp, as you would say. Again with the French, but
Yeah.
digress.
Okay, you know, you got to trust your heritage.
Right.
Which is Italian.
Pepe
Not
Le
French.
Molten.
And I just couldn't believe it. And then I saw the movie. No one's seeing this. Right? Like, the theater was empty.
I mean, it's doing business.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's solid. I will say that for what it is good. But is it a good movie? I can't really say that. Like, while I had an okay time and I liked the story and I liked the animation, they make it a little jittery, like robot-y. I cannot see me ever telling someone to watch this movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's not a very good endorsement.
No. It like I don't dislike the movie, but at the same time, like, I was thinking while I was watching it, this is the caliber, because sometimes I'll watch the Transformers stuff on Netflix, like the shows or whatever, just because I'm like, this might be an interesting story. And it's usually like good fodder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to wind down at the end of the night or whatever. You're not really paying attention. Or maybe you're like, maybe I'll fall asleep while I watch this or whatever. This felt like that caliber of Transformers.
Okay.
That said, at the end of the movie, when it finally got to what I felt was like the cool stuff, I was like, I would totally watch a movie post this origin stuff with these characters and these designs. But again, my mind was like, it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to see it in the theater. So I guess what I'm saying is worst movie I've ever seen, even though I don't hate it. So
You know, it's starting to. I'm going to ask you another rhetorical question that you don't need to answer because we're going to address it in a different show.
Oh, different show.
Yeah. You said that Goonies Jason said this was his movie of the year.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking, what's my movie of the year? What's your movie of the year?
Well, we will get there at the end of the year.
We'll get there later, maybe even at the film festival. I think we talk about it last year at the film festival. Didn't we do? I think we did our top 10 so far.
Top 10 so far.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, but I'm just sitting here thinking like I don't remember what. I have to go through and look at the notes.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah,
That's hard.
but for
Anyway.
you, it's definitely not Transformers 1.
It's not Transformers.
Okay.
1.
All right. Well, thank you, David, for that full-on singular movie review, and I apologize for leaving you alone in the dark.
And I'll say, I'll give you a spoiler. It's also not Dune 2. That was this year, right?
Yeah, that was this year. Yeah. And Dune 2, not going to be my top 5 either.
Okay. Well, next week, The Wild Robot.
Oh, yes. Next week, The Wild Robot, and I will be watching this.
Okay. This looks, I mean, again, saw the trailer before Transformers 1.
Yep.
And teared up. And I'm like, I'm prepared to cry during this movie.
Yeah. I am looking forward to The Wild Robot.
Did you know it's based on a book?
I did not.
I didn't know that. It's apparently a series of books. I only found that out this week.
Huh.
So, anyway. All right. Moving on. Listeners' feedbacks, comments, questions, answers, so forth and so on. We had a big one right in this week.
Yeah, we had Pop-Up Peter wrote in, and
I feel like you need to read this in your best Pop-Up Peter impression.
Well, I'm not going to read it in my best Pop-Up impression, Peter, but he introduced himself with his self-described.
Yeah.
This elderly Brooklyn person.
No.
A person from Brooklyn who's elderly. Don't we believe in person first language? Yeah. You know, this person who happens to be from Brooklyn and is well aged.
A Brooklyn elderly person?
Like a fine wine.
Fine wine.
A fine wine.
Yeah.
A fine wine.
Like a moldy cheese.
It's funny because aging is relative, right? I mean, it's all relative.
It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This elderly Brooklyn person has watched the parentheses cruelly mocked Sunday CBS morning show for longer than Penn has been alive.
Whoa.
David, help me out. I mean, he's throwing both of us under the bus.
Yeah.
What mocked? I mean, we have mocked things on this show.
Have we ever talked about the CBS morning show?
Yeah, we have, because we've called it the old person show, like that you watch in the morning. And I guess that's what he's claiming as being mocked. To which I would reply, sensitive much?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Come on, you know, we mock stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't even remember we talked about it.
David
so
doesn't
clearly,
even... Right.
It was top of my list of things to be disgruntled about.
If we were going to mock the show... Okay, so this elderly Brooklyn person claims to have been watching the Sunday CBS that for longer than Penn's been alive. That statement alone,
right,
is the problem.
Right. I don't think
This
that show's
show
been
is
on.
100 years old.
Yeah.
Like, come on, wrap it up.
It's time.
It's time.
People are telling us to wrap it up all the time. We're not even 100 years old.
Right. All right, so this guy claims he's been watching it longer than I've been alive. Nonetheless, he goes on, I enjoyed your September 8th podcast very much, but I must say, as brilliantly written a character as Mr. O'Connor is. Now, this is when the email started to, like, it struck me like a kick to the gut.
Yeah.
Because is he calling us naive? Or the bigger question is, are we in fact naive?
I think he's saying something that Connor O'Connor has already admitted to.
But we postulated. But okay, let me finish because the listeners know, good listeners know that we have talked any number of times raising the question: is Connor O'Connor the real thing or not?
Right.
And then Connor O'Connor claims, in fact, I am the real thing, even though my writing, I kind of ham it up.
Right. He says that he hams it up.
Yeah.
So he's playing us Americans by the American fiddle.
Right. But Papa Peter, he ain't buying it.
Nah, he's been to the store before.
Yeah, he's been to the store before and he's buying it. He didn't buy it then, he's not buying it now. He didn't buy it in 1968 when he started watching CBS Sunday mornings, and he's not watching it now.
Right.
So Papa Peter goes on to write, I must say, as brilliantly written a character as Mr. O'Connor is, he, she, they is cutting the Irish blarney on ya. As Margaret Thatcher said, and I quote, you can't trust the Irish. But Maggie, we, and Papa Peter is 1/4 Irish, we weave our tales so mesmerizingly well, no one can ever tell. Can one? Signed, Brooklyn elderly person.
I now know where you get your tall tales from.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're 1/8.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's right to blame my Irish heritage for my good storytelling abilities.
Someone's got to be blamed. Because you're not taking it.
Well, the funny thing is, do you remember we talked about this? The funny thing is I did one of those like spit in a tube DNA things.
Oh, yeah.
And it came back like 95% English.
Ooh.
Like there was no Irish, there was no Scottish, there was no Welsh, as I had been previously led to believe. It was all like, because you do those things, and most people, whatever your predominant heritage, it comes back like 46% or 58% or something like that. And then you have like 8 different other things.
Right.
That add up. I had like 3 things.
Yeah, that's how mine was.
What was yours again?
Mine was 50-something Italian,
Okay.
and the rest was not only English, but all of it was just London.
London, that's right.
Just London.
Very specific.
Yeah.
So we could be cousins.
Well, I mean,
Pretty
we are,
much.
basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cuz.
What up, cuz?
What up, cuz? All right, well, thanks to Papa Peter for writing in. I always enjoy hearing from him. I still, my opinion doesn't change. I believe, I want to go on record here. I'm going to make a statement. I believe in Connor O'Connor.
I do too.
In the same way that I believe in Connor, not Connor, and Frodo, and Top 10 Sarah, and everyone's favorite sister, and the Mystery Gobble, who, by the way, where the hell is he?
Yeah, where is the...
Yeah.
Talk about a mystery.
Right, yeah, that's the mystery of
And
the
the
week
Gobble.
right here.
Yeah. Here's the thing, Connor O'Connor, shoot us a picture of you and the lovely new gal pal.
Ooh, how is that gal pal doing?
Yeah.
How's that relationship? Is it a bud?
Shoot us. Let us know. I mean, we won't share it unless you want. You say we can, but just for Penn and I,
Right.
to gaze into the picture of 2 loving people.
True love.
Yeah, and know it's because of us.
I also think this is a good time to remind our friends in Virginia, we're still waiting to hear from you.
Yeah, what the heck, Virginia?
We're waiting on Virginia, and I'm also going to be disappointed if none of my friends go to France and download a podcast from France.
Yeah, and to the 100 people who downloaded a podcast from China, or
yeah.
the one bot,
Yeah.
whoever you are,
Right.
send us something that's not a virus.
Show yourself.
Yeah, show yourself. All right, Penn. I just got to know,
Yeah. Hit me.
how you cutting?
How you cut? I love this so much.
You wish that would happen every time you walked in a room.
I do. And I want that played at my funeral.
You need to get Drew to, like, every time you have
Right.
a meeting to play that.
Right.
Yeah.
What I should do is get a motion detector over my door. So every time, but how would it know it's me?
You gotta get one with, like, a tracker.
Yeah, a
some sort of,
tracker.
like,
Right.
So that only your watch comes in the room. It triggers the noise. Yeah.
And I don't even need anyone to hear that. It would just please me.
You alone walking in.
Right. Like I could do it over my side of the office so nobody else heard it, but
Yeah.
every time I walk in, it like
It could be done.
it could be done. All right. I have a full plate.
Okay.
Amy and I watched the original Beetlejuice.
Whoa.
So fun. And I was pleasantly surprised that Amy really liked it.
Interesting.
Yeah, she was really into it.
She never seen it before?
She had never seen it before, and it reminded her. Oh shit! She said it reminded her of another movie that I knew she really liked. So I should have known she would like it. I also watched the first episode of The Penguin.
Oh, how's that?
I love it.
I heard that it was probably pretty good. Yeah.
I'm all in. I can't wait for the second episode. Which, if I looked at it correctly, I don't think the second episode's out.
I don't know. I don't have HBO right now, so
I have a problem with The Penguin only in the sense that like Colin Farrell is so literally unrecognizable in all that makeup. It's hard to like, but the character is awesome. The guy who plays Mrs. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, the guy who plays her husband and soon to be ex-husband, he's in the beginning of the show as a gangster in the first scene. And you're like, what the hell? This guy does not cut it as a gangster. And I was prepared to dislike the show because of it. Well, first of all, he came along. I kind of warmed up to him a little bit. And then by the end of the episode, he's gone. You know, so, okay, good. They killed him off quick. And that was the end of that. All right, so we watched The Penguin. Or I watched The Penguin. I also watched, as previously mentioned, The Substance, because I was intrigued.
okay.
We saw Margot Qualley in Drive Away Dolls. Loved her. That was the first movie I saw her in. And, of course, Demi Moore, you know, she's our from the 80s, you know.
Yeah.
We love her. What to say about The Substance?
How bad is the body horror?
Horrible. It is. I literally looked away. I should also report that I missed some pretty good chunks of this because we had some stuff going on that I needed to deal with in the lobby that was related to construction. Like we had a mechanical engineer out who's helping us plan for the bar. And I like literally missed 15 minutes of, you know, the movie because I was out front talking to him and showing him around. But I did watch, I would say I probably watched 90% of the movie. It is so, first of all, it's the grossest movie I've ever seen in my life. Ever. And second of all, the parts that were hard to watch, I literally couldn't watch them. I looked away.
Wow.
Yeah. I closed my eyes and looked down until I thought it was safe to look back up. It was so brutal. It was unbelievable. With all that being said, it's an incredible movie. I mean, nobody's coming to see it, but it's a powerful, powerful movie. It's I mean, there's all kinds of not so subtle messages about sexism and body imaging and all that kind of stuff. But I think one of the big messages, in addition to all those are the primary messages, but in addition to that is just the aging thing in general.
So is the body horror when she transforms, or?
Yeah, it's all of the above.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean it's gross in the very beginning, and then for the entire rest of the film, it's like hard to look. There are parts that are hard to look at.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will say if you're a true fan of film,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's well done, it's interesting, the message is on point and incredibly well written. Everything about it is good, but if you're a casual movie fan looking for a fun night out, no.
I'm curious. I just don't know how curious I am.
Yeah, it was incredibly. I looked away. I told you I looked away.
Wow.
I had to. I couldn't bear. It was, and here's the thing. What movie was that? We recently reviewed a movie where I told you how the Lenny Kravitz's daughter, Zoe Kravitz,
Yeah.
Blink Twice. And I told you one of the things I loved about Blink Twice was the sound effects. One of the things that makes this movie so effective is the sound. And it adds to the level of grossness, and it adds to the level of your inability to look at the screen. So,
Okay.
for example, David, I'll just put a little mental image in your mind
Okay.
for you.
I'm ready.
When they're pulling the teeth out of the mouth because they're rotten, like the sound of, like the wetness, it's like just disgusting. Like it's just so, and when she started pulling, I just like had to look away because I knew she's going in for another one. It was unreal. Also want to mention what an incredible birthday weekend I had last week. Thank you for giving me the week off.
My pleasure.
Yeah, appreciate that. I saw Bruce Springsteen on the beach in Asbury Park,
Whoa.
which everybody knows is his hometown. And Kayla and Amy and I hooked up with our friends Missy and Tony, walked from their house down the beach, a little stroll down the boardwalk.
Yeah.
And there was Bruce Springsteen playing. It was so fun. But I also need to tell a story. This was a music festival, so there was a ton of bands.
Was she just a hometown girl?
Is she right?
Was she living in a lonely world?
She was. Yep. Different band, but it was a music festival, so there's a ton of acts.
She can train going anywhere.
Right.
Yeah. Bunch of acts. Okay.
Bunch of acts, and one of the acts was Kool and the Gang,
Oh.
which we all laughed and we were like, "Oh, we should go see Kool and the Gang. It's funny, right? They'll probably play Celebration or Fresh or something like that." And we thought we went to see Kool and the Gang because or I should just speak for myself. I went to see Kool and the Gang in an ironic way, like to be funny. And I gotta tell you, David, that was one of the best bands I've seen, like maybe ever.
Really?
They were so freaking good. They had a full horn section. They were jamming. It was absolutely boogie fever.
Wow.
It was great. We had such a great time at Kool and the Gang, and the whole weekend was incredibly special. And on Friday night, you know, being a big sports ball fan, Amy gave me a Phillies cap for my birthday.
Whoa.
So I put it on, and we all went to the ball game, hooked up with Marley, Kayla, Renee, Celeste, Amy. All of us had a great time. The Phillies got blown out by the Mets,
Baseball.
so that part of it kind of sucked.
When you
but-
put the hat on, were you just constantly, yeah.
That's it. I was singing the "Strikes You're Out" in the ball game thing
Yeah.
at the 7th Avenue.
Yeah.
I mean 7th inning, and it was all like
Sports, man.
I was so sporty.
Ugh.
I was so sports. You wouldn't even know.
I don't even know how to recognize you when you're the sports.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never been a baseball fan, like an actual fan, but it is fun. It's fun. We had a great time, and we ate all the junk food and the French fries, and you know the Dippin' Dots.
Ooh.
Which the Dippin' Dots are such a great example of something that's never as good.
That you think it'll be.
Right. It's never as good as you think it could be, but you're like, oh, let's get some Dippin' Dots.
And then you're like, oh man, I could have had just ice cream.
Right. Exactly. David, what's with you?
Let me tell you what's with me.
What's with you?
I've been trying to beat Pikmin 4. It's the game that never ends. But I'm still enjoying it.
Just like life.
I know. I had a lot going on this week, so I didn't do too much. So I had basically Pikmin, and then I watched the first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along.
Oh, is that good?
It's interesting.
What's the premise?
The premise is, well, do you remember Agatha from WandaVision?
Yes.
Okay. So at the end of WandaVision, she was trapped in a delusion.
Yep.
And so the premise is, because in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Wanda died. The spell is breaking, and she comes out of it, but she doesn't have any of her. Wanda took all of her power. So she wants to get her power back, but also Agatha was like an enemy of like a bunch of witches. So like other witches are coming to get her while she's weak, and it's her trying to get her power back. And they have a character, like they have a guy who was a mystery for like for an episode and a half, and then you're like, oh wait, I know who he is. I mean, because I know Marvel, you won't know who he is.
Right.
But what I like is that they're creating an ensemble cast that plays off each other really well.
This is a new show, right?
It's a new show.
Yeah.
It is one of those shows where you're like, why did they need to make this for this character?
Right.
But at the same time, like the first episode, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to watch any of this. And then I decided to watch the second episode, and now I'm like, okay, I'm in. Like, the second episode did what I needed to have done to kind of hook me. Is they have like she has to put a coven together, and she doesn't want someone to be in it. So she just gets she just cons her neighbor into coming over and fools everyone else. The other people don't know that this girl's not a witch, and she doesn't know that she's at a witch meeting. And it's just the interaction is really funny.
It's great. That's a great premise.
Yeah. So recommended. And then I have a question that I've been pondering that I want to put to you. That's not movie related, but I want to put to you.
But to me or to the listeners?
Well, I guess to everyone.
Okay.
What does it say about you when your favorite band changes? Say you've had a favorite, because you've been the Dead.
Yeah, Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead you've been a fan of them since before they were dead.
Correct.
Favorite band, right?
Yeah, yep. Back when they were just Grateful.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So Grateful Alive.
Right.
That's what they called themselves.
Yep.
But, like, have you ever reached a point where you're like, well, I think maybe I'm not really listening to that. Like, my favorite band is still, like, they hold a lot of weight, but I really actually kind of not been listening to them. So my favorite band, Guster.
Guster. Okay.
I stand by them being amazing.
Yeah.
And I would still say they're my favorite band.
Right.
But their last two albums, I haven't really liked. And the last one I listened to once and haven't gone back to it. I'm going to a big concert for them called the We Have Eris Tours tour.
Yeah.
Which is because they're copying.
Yep.
And they're because they've been around for 30 years or something.
Okay.
And
I love that your favorite band is a band I've literally never heard of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know what? If you go and listen to their music, you've heard them because they play them like when you're at the mall and you're like they're like
when you're in an elevator.
Well, not elevator, but like you hear them in grocery stores. They're playing them on the satellite stations, but XPN plays them a lot too.
Yeah. Okay.
They were at the XPN festival.
I guarantee my father-in-law knows them.
Okay.
He's really into like off the beaten path music.
They're the type of band that I feel maybe similar to the Dead, but like they're like, well, we get older, but everyone finds us pretty much at the same. They stay with us, but for whatever reason, they're a college band.
Yeah.
People find them in college and stick with them.
It's awesome.
But that's like the age bracket that finds them.
Yep. That's exactly what happened with the Dead. True.
Right.
True story.
Anyway, I found I've been listening to Churches a lot. Like a lot. That's Churches with a V where the U is.
Right.
And I'm almost like, I don't like, is this my favorite band now?
Yeah.
Like Guster's been my favorite band for like
I can help you. I know the answer to this question.
What's that?
Your favorite band is still Guster's.
Okay.
And you've discovered other great bands.
Right.
And that's awesome. But all it means is that the last album Guster's made wasn't your favorite. And there's nothing wrong with that. And Guster's will eventually make, or maybe they won't ever make another favorite album or make another. Grateful Dead albums historically sucked. I mean, they're a live band, and they made a lot of problematic decisions in recording their studio albums. But 100%, the bad album sort of throws off. But what I'm assuming, if they've been around for 30 years and they have a devoted following, is that they're playing all of their music, and that's their repertoire. That's their legacy. That's their record. And I wouldn't
30, maybe 20, but yeah,
20 years, whatever, 15 years, but long enough time, And don't give up hope. I think there's definitely still your favorite. It can be your favorite band, even though you love, this other I remember, the first time I heard Jimi Hendrix, that live album, The Experience, and I'm like, oh my God. And of course I loved Springsteen forever. Oh my God. But that doesn't mean, Dead put out a bad album. It doesn't change the order of things.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
It was like an identity crisis.
No. You're good.
All I can say is go listen to Guster.
Yeah.
Hanging Up on the Sun is a great album.
What's it called?
Ganging Up on the
Okay.
Sun,
Okay.
or
Uh-oh.
any Church's song.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Churches
What
with
if
a
I
V.
come back next week and I'm like, my new favorite band's Churches
I will be
with
shocked.
a V. A band that uses a cutesy letter trick like that in their name
Right.
could never be my favorite band.
Well, we'll see after you listen to Churches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently there was already a band called Churches, so they did that.
Okay. All right. Well, see, that's a good reason. I
Yeah.
give them props for that. I'm cool with that.
So, all right. Well, next week we're going to be talking about the wild robot. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, the best way to do that is to email us at our new email address, podcast@penncinema.com. But Penn, if somebody wants to support the show, how would they go about doing that?
Well, it's really simple. You start a band
Yeah.
and you develop a faithful following, a loyal following.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get going 15, 20 years so you get a good big audience. And then you invite them all to a big New Year's Eve concert at Madison Square Garden. And then instead of performing, you just put a gigantic sign on the stage that says, listen to the Penn Cinema
It's
Podcast.
a performance art.
It's performance art. And if your fans don't appreciate that as the incredible statement that it is,
Yeah.
then they weren't your real fans anyway. So
That's true.
Yeah, it's super
That's
easy.
true.
It's super easy. You know, I'm not going to sit here and give you something difficult.
But say you don't have any musical talent.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
That's saying a lot, right?
that's a horse of a different color.
Okay.
In that case, just tell a friend.
Oh, okay. That's
Just
not
walk
too
up to your friend and be like, you know, I really enjoyed this week's episode of the Penn Cinema Podcast. I had a guy ask me the other day something about the podcast, and he goes, what's it called? And it's like, the Penn Cinema Podcast? What's the name of the podcast? It's called the Penn. Yeah, never mind. You won't like it.
Yeah, it's probably not for you. All right. Well, once again, for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.